Hello and welcome to the Avocado Toast Experience. 3 simple ingredients to make this toast. You have sliced bread, eggs, and mashed avocado. The 4th one is sliced turkey breast, which gives me some extra protein. And if you don't know me, well, extra protein is where the icing on the cake is. So while I'm preparing this avocado toast, I will be talking to you about The Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene. Law number 18 is to meditate on your common mortality, the law of death denial. So meditate is to think deeply about something, and mortality is we are human beings and we are vulnerable to death, which means we are all going to die. Who knows? After watching this video, I could be dead. While eating my avocado toast, I could choke on it and die. After watching this video, you could die. So, who knows? If at the end of the day you go to sleep and the next day you never wake up. We are all going to die. So it is very important that you meditate on your mortality so you can live life more to the fullest. That is how you become present. That is how you make every little thing matters, That is how you forget about everything that ever existed. Anything that's bothering you is not going to bother you anymore, because when you put death in front of you, when you put death in perspective, only a few things is going to matter. Every person you come in contact with, you're going to treat them better. You're going to have more compassion, because at the end of the day, we're going to die anyway. So what are you worrying about? What's the worst that could happen? The worst that could happen is that you could be dead. You could be jailed. Imagine if you were in jail. Nothing else matters, right? Let's say you got locked up right now and they gave you 2 years. Well, there goes your house, your apartment. There goes everything you owned. If you have a car, I say you lose everything. So does it really matter the things that you have? No. Does it really matter the problem? Like, hey, you just lost your job, everything, because you were jailed. You could be hospitalized. For how long? So if you're hospitalized, you can't go to work. You can't go to your house to sleep. So everything that you thought that matters really doesn't matter because you're hospitalized. So just sit back and relax. What else? You could be paralyzed. You can't walk. You're handicapped. So the point is, you could be jailed, you could be hospitalized, you could be paralyzed, whatever. When you put that in perspective, now you start to think about what are the few things that matter in my life, and you begin to make life worth living for you. Other people's opinion don't matter. Many of the stuff that you have don't matter. A lot of the problems that you have become insignificant just because of death. So I got this small pan right here so I can make my eggs perfectly round. I have coconut oil. You can use butter, but I like using coconut oil because it provides more health benefits. I'm gonna turn on the heat to low medium heat, because cooking the eggs slower brings out the flavor more. Alrighty then. So Robert Greene talks about as soon as you wake up in the morning, I like to use Steve Jobs' quote. As soon as you wake up in the morning, you say, okay, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I am going to do today? So that means the things you have planned today, the people you are going to hang around with, do you want to hang around with them? Do you want to do the things you're going to do? If no, you can change them. You don't have to go anywhere you don't want to go. You don't have to be at a place you don't want to be at. You don't have to hang around with the people you don't really want to be with. Why? Because we are all going to die. Death makes life worth living. That Steve Jobs quote. You wake up, look yourself in the mirror and say, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do the things that I am going to do today? As you take that more serious, you are going to begin to change your life. A lot of the problems that you have are going to become insignificant because they're not really problems. You're going to eliminate everything that is insignificant, and you're only going to focus on, during the day, the few things that matter. Your mother, your father, your siblings. And it's going to change your life. This is a huge game changer. So I scrambled the eggs, poured the dressing. And let's start with the first batch. I'm making 2 slices of avocado toast. The sliced bread, just like an artist, is my canvas. We are going to be decorating this and make the most beautiful avocado toast the world has ever seen. Move the eggs. I don't know if you can see that. All right. In the book, in the 50 Cent's book, The 50th Law, which is also by Robert Greene in collaboration, it's to confront your mortality. So when you wake up in the morning and during the day, when you just put death in front of you, then it makes you more courageous, because then you start to take more action, because you could be dead, right? You could die at any given moment. You could leave your house after watching this video and then you get hit by a car, and then what happens? You could be dead, you could be jailed. I mean, you could be dead, you could be hospitalized, and you could be paralyzed after that. So think about that for the whole day, which makes you more brave. So now you begin to take more bold action. You don't care, you don't worry about rejection, you don't care about the opinions of others. I'm going to flip this. There you go. Look at how nice that's coming out. It's coming out round to make our avocado toast even more better. This book, The Laws of Human Nature, is highly recommended because it teaches you about your own self. It's one of the best self-development books because it's teaching you about your own self. Many people do not know about their own self. Human nature is the way we think, the way we feel, and the way we behave, the way we act as well. Okay, now let's start with the next batch, coconut oil. Let that heat up for a little bit. Throw in the second batch of scrambled eggs. I like to use 4 eggs because that gives me 20 grams of fat and 24 grams of protein. That is the sweet spot. Yes. Make sure I get every single egg out of this plate. Move it around so it can cook nicely. Alrighty then, so we're talking about, okay, the laws of human nature. Human nature is the way we think, the way we feel, and the way we behave. So you think about those 3 things. So now you begin to analyze yourself, and you begin to learn more about yourself. Okay, how does this person think? How does this person feel? How does this person behave? So now you begin to be develop the awareness of body language, facial expression, the way a person speaks, the tone of voice, the speed and how they talk, and their volume. So now you begin to learn so much more about yourself or about other people than they know about themselves. Marketers, they know more about you than you know about yourself. So now as you become more self-aware, you begin to change yourself, you begin to have power. Let's flip this. Okay. Damn it. Holy shit. So the reason why I bring it to the sink is so I don't make a mess on the stove. If your stove is dirty, then please clean it up, buy some degreaser, clean it up, and always maintain your stove nice and clean. Look at that, it's nice and clean. There's no reason for your stove to be dirty. So please do yourself a favor. If your stove is dirty after watching this video, clean it up and keep it clean, because it keeps your kitchen roach free. Because if you leave food on the stove, then guess what? That's free food for the roaches. All they have to do is just come there and feed themselves, and one roach will produce dozens of other roaches. Keep your stove nice and clean. Keep your counter nice and clean. The kitchen table nice and clean. And your kitchen is going to be roach free, because from the kitchen, they feed themselves in the kitchen, and then they begin to grow, and then guess what? They're gonna spread all throughout the house. Let me tell you something that somebody hasn't told you. The roach will go wherever it is in the house that you bring food. So if you eat in the living room, they're gonna go there if you drop the food. One little breadcrumb is all they need for them to go to the living room. So they will go anywhere in the house that food has been dropped or food has been somewhere, because they smell that. That's crazy. That's crazy that a roach can smell food from a large distance. That is crazy. Like, and if you don't believe me, take a piece of bread. If you have roaches in your house, take a piece of bread, leave it in the middle of the living room. In the nighttime, when you come back the next day, you might see a couple of roaches hanging around next to it just because of that. It's crazy. Well, anyways, The Laws of Human Nature. This is the book to get. You're going to read it slowly. There's 18 chapters, so you can read one chapter a day and begin to learn more about yourself. Chapter 1 is to master your emotional self, the law of irrationality. So that is the first one, your emotions. The reason why many of us, we don't accomplish what we want to accomplish, we don't do what we're supposed to do, is because of our feelings. Many times if we don't feel like doing something, then we won't do it. This is why it's hard to have discipline. There you go. It came out like this, but I'm going to flip it and do it again because I like it a little bit more toast. I like it to toast it to perfection. Whatever your desired toast is, that's how you're gonna do it. Let's put this away. So in Stoic philosophy, if you can master your emotions, take control of your emotions, not let it dictate your actions. If you say you're going to the gym, and when that time comes, if you don't feel like going to the gym, you just go to the gym regardless of how you feel. That's how you build discipline. That's how I build discipline, because regardless of how I feel, I just go to the gym. Because if the day before I said, okay, I'm going at 7 in the morning, I'm going at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, then when that time comes, it doesn't matter what I'm thinking, doesn't matter what I'm feeling. Feel like it or don't, I'm gonna go. And that consistency will allow you to build power. Many times you're not going to feel like it, but if you just go, then once you arrive in the gym and you begin to lift weights, you warm up, then guess what? Your body's going to give you energy because you showed up. Showing up is one of the most powerful things you can ever do in your life, because it's just a feeling. It's almost not real. You're feeling like you don't want to go to the gym, but guess what? The person standing next to you can't see that. They can't see how you're feeling unless you're expressing it with your body language. They don't know what you're thinking. So you may be saying, I don't want to go to the gym, I don't feel like going to the gym, but they can't see that. So you can just disregard it as something that's not real and just go to the gym. When you show up, the secret to getting in the best shape of your life is consistency. Just show up to the gym regardless of how you feel. Go in the morning as soon as you wake up, go after work, go in the night, whatever time, minimum 3 days a week. And that consistency is going to allow you to be in the best shape of your life. Now, you gotta ask yourself, is it worth it? Yes. I've been working out for more than 10 years. And let me tell you, it's one of the best investments I have ever done in my life. Looking back on all those days when I didn't want to go and I went anyway, I conquered my goals, I shattered my goals, it was worth it. So if I can give advice to my past self, I will tell myself, no matter what happens, go to the gym, because it is worth it. Because no matter what happens in the world, and also read chapter 18 of The Laws of Human Nature and think about death, because going to the gym plus death will make you one of the most confident persons in the whole world, because going to the gym will build yourself up will build your confidence, will build your conviction. Conviction is even more powerful than confidence, because conviction is based on your word. It's not based on any skills. It's not based on having confidence that you're able to get things done. It's just based on your word. Okay, I'm going to the gym at 2 p.m. and unless I'm dead, nothing's gonna stop me from going. And that's it, you do it. If you say you're the best at what you do, then no matter what anybody say, they can't prevent you from doing it. So anyways, here is my toast. I like it kind of a little bit lighter, but this is perfection. So now let's decorate our canvas. Good Foods mashed avocado. It has avocado, lemon, and sea salt. You can use guacamole, which gives a little bit more flavor, but I like to get as much avocado as possible. Spread my avocado, get our turkey slices, put the eggs, and check that out. That is perfection. I got 44 grams of protein, 28 grams of fat, and 30 grams of carbs with 2 slices of bread. I use wheat bread, has 3 grams of fiber, and this, my friends, is one of the most electrifying breakfasts you will ever eat, because this is light on the stomach and provides you with sustained energy so you can feel good. Because why? When you feel good, it will allow you to get things done. It will allow you to be productive, because if you don't feel good, if you eat something like pancakes or whatever junk food breakfast that you eat and you get that food coma, you're not going to be productive. You're gonna feel sleepy and nothing is going to get done. If you want to get ahead in your life, try this avocado toast every single day for 30 days. If after 30 days you say I'm full of shit, then you no longer have to do it. Now, avocado toast is perfect at any time of the day, including the night. Yes, including the night. It will allow you to be in the best health of your life. So give this a try, and remember, nothing happens unless you make it happen. Let's do this, and remember, meditate on your common mortality, death. Think about death all day long, and it's going to put everything in perspective, and everything else that matters is going to begin to disappear. Remember, you could be dead, you could be jailed, you could be hospitalized. So what are the few things in your life that really matter? If you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, now when you see that person, it's going to make the relationship much more meaningful, because because at the end of the day, that could be your last, right? So now you're treating each other even more preciousness. So anyways, nothing happens unless you make it happen. Come back tomorrow, because we got some more stuff going on.